to move up to the front. There are actually open seats. This kind of feels like, you know, everyone is like a church going to the back, but there are actually open seats up front, and I think that we probably have enough chairs, but if everyone scoots up, then we will grab chairs in case we don't have enough. It's amazing. When people are sitting down, there are enough chairs. That is great. We all can continue coming up. Do we have, is it 7 yet? 7:05. Oh, let's do it. Do I need to be, how's that? Is that good? We are live streaming. Are we on? Okay. You're on. Well, I'm not going to take a chance and let everybody start talking again while y'all are all calm down. I will start the meeting. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Dina Kretzer. I'm an Executive Regional Vice President with Arbonne International, and it is just such a privilege to have all of you here tonight. This is mostly the consultants in Connolly-Stewart, Bruce Connolly right here, in Connolly-Stewart's region, my region, and sidelines are always welcome. So there may be some here who I have not seen, but you all are welcome, as are your guests. And we do this the first Tuesday of every month, having our consultants come together. And it's such a wonderful time to invite guests, and many of you are guests tonight, that someone has thought a lot about you to want you to come here, because one of the great things about this business is we only ask people to take a look at it if it's somebody we really want to spend a lot of time with and be able to travel with and earn Arbonne's free vacations with and go to the conferences and just do life together with. So I love my Arbonne team, our Arbonne family, and it is such a privilege tonight to have two wonderful young women, dear friends of mine now, Rachel Camfield, who is a brand new area manager, and executive area manager Jessi Culyer, come up and be the first to start off with sharing the Arbonne opportunity. And I always say I would have loved to have known about this opportunity when I was either at Rachel's stage of life, married, no children yet, or Jessi's stage of life. She started with 2 children and surprise number 3. I won't tell any more of your story, Jessi. But you know, I didn't know that I had an option like this when I was at their stage of life. I thought you either stayed home and had no income, or you worked and didn't have time with your children and didn't have that much of an income after you paid someone else to raise them. And this has been an awesome solution for so many people. And then obviously that's not why I began this. I started it much later in life, looking at how are we ever going to be able to retire if one of us didn't do something different. So this is a business, whether you are 18, which is the youngest you can be to have an Arbonne ID, or whether you are a baby boomer or older. This is such an awesome business, not just financially, but for the personal growth, the relationships, just what it does to be surrounded by so many women and men who are doing something they've never done in order to create choices they have never had. So I would love for Rachel to come up now and get us started tonight, and we are so excited for you. Rachel started just 5 months ago as a brand new area manager, so all yours.
Thank you. I brought notes tonight, everybody. Well, thank you all for being here. I'm Rachel Camfield. I really just want to, again, extend our gratitude as this meeting, as the region, as the area managers, as the district managers, for just taking time out of your busy schedules to be here, because we know how valuable your time is, and to hear a little bit more of our stories and hear a bit more about the Arbonne opportunity. So as I mentioned, my name is Rachel Camfield. I'm an independent consultant and brand new area manager with Arbonne. My team and I promoted on May 20th, only about 4 months after I officially started my Arbonne business. I am from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm a full-time life coach. I'm also a designer. I adore a good brand. I love being married to my husband of almost 2 years, who's back there, who's come to almost every meeting I've promoted at. Thank you, sweetie. We recently bought our first house, and I also recently left the corporate world last December, really needing a break and wanting a break from the intense travel and trade show schedules I had been a part of for over 5 years during my career in the wholesale home decor and gift industry. So honestly, I was looking forward to a new chapter in my life, of finally figuring out how to use my gifts to serve the world, to be home more, and maybe, just maybe, to slow down a little bit. So I decided to go for a big lifelong dream at the end of last year of weaving my passions for creativity, personal development, positive mental health, and inspiring and motivating others. And I opened the doors to my own creative boutique coaching and design company. So I opened those doors on January 6th, and I discovered Arbonne on January 5th. Thanks to my amazing leader and sponsor, Regional Vice President Connolly Stewart. So, as fate would have it, she was one of my very first clients after meeting at a local networking meeting. It felt like chance then, and now I realize it absolutely wasn't by chance. So you can imagine that I had a lot on my plate. I was not looking to add anything extra, especially something like this. And I soon discovered, however, that Arbonne and the opportunity was a river of possibility, positivity, health, and service that I could not say no to. So I'm just so glad I was open to receiving this gift, despite not knowing how it would work or how I would fit it into my life. Of course, I worried what other people would think. Didn't she just start her own company? You know, does she not think that she can make that work? Rachel is all over the place, and Rachel's probably going to be calling me to ask for favors. All of those things, among many others, ran rampant through my mind when I decided to say yes to this. But here's what I didn't love about my brand new adventure that I had just set out on. I didn't love the stress and isolation that came along with working alone from home and having the intense pressure of that ever-revolving client door. You know, when one comes in and getting ready to go out, you definitely need another one. And when I really thought about what I was currently doing, I knew deep in my bones that in 5 years, I did not want to be sitting behind my computer. In 5 years, I did know that I wanted to be vibrant, abundant, and happy, surrounded by new friends, and possibly even a new life. So I am really no different than anyone here tonight. I've simply chosen to work really hard and seize this opportunity by following my wonderful leaders, Connolly and Dina. And I've always made sure to keep my family, my faith, and my dreams in the forefront of my mind during this process. I clearly had no skincare background and had a very limited knowledge of what network marketing was before I started my Arbonne business. I just had a true willingness to learn about people. I was intrigued to learn about Arbonne's pure, safe, and beneficial products because really I've been detoxing my life for the past couple years. And when I heard about vegan makeup that might actually work, hold the phone. So I was really impressed from the moment I heard this whole thing about what Arbonne was and what it did. So I was just so excited to honestly learn more and feel the fear and do it anyways. So I can say at this point that Arbonne is one of the biggest blessings in my life. The community, and really, I like to say scratch that, the family of positive entrepreneurs with every kind of background and passion you can imagine inspires me every single day. I haven't even mentioned that some of my new best friends are sitting in this room. So I only made it this far, you guys. It's a true realization that I was right to believe for so long that there was something more out there. I will forever be grateful and will officially announce that green is my new favorite color. I will also officially announce now that our team is promoted to area manager that I have freedom to make some different choices. I can continue to work full-time in my coaching and design business, or for the first time, I feel like I can really take a breath, which feels good. I can relax for maybe just a hot minute and choose where I want to invest my gifts and my time. And guess what? I'm choosing Arbonne. I choose my team. I choose the Inspired Desires tribe made up of some of the most giving, considerate, and inspiring souls. And I choose not to slow down because we are going all the way to the top of this company and we're going there hand in hand together. So, welcome to Arbonne. So we're going to, now I feel like I can relax. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself for that. Thanks for bearing with me. So this is the Arbonne opportunity. Clearly I love to speak without a script, so I actually probably just should have done that from the beginning, but we all learn. And discover Arbonne. I'm so honored to be doing this with my dear friend, Jessi Culyer. She is an inspiration to me. From the moment I met her, from the moment I sat in the back row on January 5th, I saw her spark and I said, oh my goodness, what's she doing? So we're going to have some fun tonight. So welcome to the next generation income opportunity. We have a lot of different fun faces up here, from gentlemen to younger, older, every single person. And I think that's what I love so much about this business is it brings everybody together. There's no one size fits all. So a little bit more about the Arbonne story. For those of us who are new to Arbonne, just like you know, we all come to our first meeting and we're like, what is going on? Everybody's got a shiny face and is smiling. We're a botanically based health and wellness company with a 35-year rich history. We utilize cutting-edge research and development, which is really cool because I don't know about you all, but I like the best of the best. So get me on that train. We really have a truly passionate culture of independent consultants, which from sitting in this room tonight, you're probably feeling the love already, and it's just begun. And we have a global opportunity. So unlike some other companies out there, like we can go global. We can go all the way to Australia, New Zealand, and the sky's the limit. It's only going to get bigger from here. We have a very generous compensation plan, and we have the opportunity to have a willable business, meaning I don't know how many of us that if something unforeseeable were to happen to us, we couldn't go back to work, or something pretty darn awful happened, would you still keep getting your paycheck? Probably not, because if you're not showing up and signing up to do what you said you were going to do, that's going to stop. But with Arbonne, when you reach the area manager level, you can actually will that back 2 generations. So the gift keeps on giving. We also have an extremely experienced, committed home team office, which, from my past background in the wholesale and decor and gift industry, to be able to have the support of a home team office where it's like something goes wrong or something's not going right, you don't have to worry about it. I mean, that is in and of itself one of the best things you can have in your business. It gives you confidence, and you just can confidently say to every single person, Arbonne does right by consultants, Arbonne does right by clients, and that feels really good. The last thing, of course, is the state-of-the-art distribution and support centers. No one's having to take product and stock it in their homes and drive around and ring the doorbell and drop it off with a little bow. Like, no, it's absolutely going to ship directly to your client, preferred client, your other team members, straight from the warehouse. You're not having to get into the middle of all of that. Down here on the timeline, you're just going to see that rich history of 1975 all the way up to, well, for this is 2014, but it's just kind of explaining a little bit that, you know, 1975, back then, people weren't super duper into quality of ingredients and making those really healthy decisions, not just from the inside out, but the outside in, but how groovy is it that that is our legacy, that that is our company, and that we're not changing our tune, even though now clearly that's the popular choice. So let's talk a little bit more about the product advantage. So what on earth makes our products different that we're not only wearing, but we're consuming and we're living with? Everything is a plant-based formulation. I like to say plant power. We blend the best of science and nature. Awesome combination, if you ask me. We use the highest quality ingredients sourced from around the globe. Everything is pH correct and hypoallergenic. So if you're sensitive like me, this is the first thing that when I used that little sample pack of that eye cream and I stuck it on, I was like, my eye is not tearing. Go figure. That's pretty cool. We're all vegan certified, which is a really tough certification to get for especially skincare and cosmetics. Everything, of course, is dermatologist tested, clinically proven. And I would like to say that the clinically proven part of that actually doesn't happen in-house with Arbonne, which is a really strong little note there. We're never testing on animals, so raise your paws in the air. No animal cruelty, cruelty-free. That was one of the biggest things I was most excited about when I first heard about Arbonne from Connolly. I was like, that's awesome, okay, great. We're built on a Swiss heritage to European standards, meaning that when it's a Swiss or European-based product, over 1,400 chemicals ingredients are actually banned from those products. So in the United States, only 14 are. So if you can go ahead and check that box of a European-based product, you're already off to such a great start. A little bit more. This is kind of the nitty-gritty nuts and bolts science part of it. So all of our products, from the protein powder to the eye cream, are formulated without any gluten. Gluten is one of those things that most people consider something that they shouldn't eat, but we forget that everything we put on our bodies absorbs into our bloodstream within 29 seconds. So if it has gluten in it and you have a gluten intolerance, it's still getting in your body. Petroleum. Petroleum is that yucky stuff that when the gasoline is distilled, it can either be paid for properly to be disposed of, or it can be turned around and sold to the United States cosmetics and skincare industry to put in products to make them go on real smooth, but it's like saran wrap on your skin. Nothing good is getting in and nothing gross is getting out, because our skin is a detoxifying organ, second largest. We also don't use any animal products or byproducts. As we mentioned, there's no formaldehyde donating preservatives, no chemical dyes and fragrances, which is tough. You know, when you smell a fragrance in a product that you might get at over-counter department store or things like that, when a chemical fragrance is in a product, it's actually there to cover up something that doesn't smell good. I don't know about you, but I don't really want to know what it's covering up. I definitely don't want to put that on my body. We don't use any artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors. So every single thing that you see, from the fizzies to the chocolate that's actually brown, is a natural color, flavor, and sweetener. And we don't use any parabens or phthalates. If you've been reading up on cancer and things like that, we always want to make sure that we're protecting ourselves, protecting our bodies, so that these harmful ingredients aren't coming in contact with us. So we have an absolutely wide range of consumable products. I once heard Carly said, if you have skin or hair, we can help you. So that's a relief. These aren't things that are being made up and touted as the latest and greatest thing. These are things that we're already buying, we're already using, we're already even telling people how much we love our eyeliner or our lipstick. So a little bit more about one of our most popular product categories, and that is our anti-aging line. It's not just anti-aging, it's also repair, which is so exciting because I want to really get in there, and I like to say it's like the skin samurais going to work for you. So this is our RE9 line. RE9 stands for Rebuild, Repair, and Rejuvenate. It's the leading multi-level marketing brand when it comes to skincare. It really does help provide people with healthy looking skin, but it really is healthy. So that's fantastic. You can see a little bit more about the raving number ones down below. And this, surprise, surprise, I was told it was stuck in here, is the Genius Ultra. So the reason we use a Genius Ultra, and the reason this is so exciting, and again goes back to that cutting edge technology, is, we think about our fingers, we think about those microscopic, ridges and lines in our faces. Imagine those as like mountains. And so really how, when we're using our fingers, is the product actually going to get super deep into those little microscopic regions and ridges. This is your new best friend. It's going to help you. Come save the day over here.
Still taking the passport off. Oh. Oh, there we go.
Oh, hello. So this is an amazing device that's using over 300,000 ultrasound waves to actually massage that product deep into those ridges and grooves where the fingertips just can't access it. It's also using 3 levels of heat. So you really get to have a personal preference of how your face is going to really be even more amazing with our products and more effective. So I'm going to speak a little bit more about the second most exciting category of Arbonne, and that is the 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond. We're in the cleanse month on a lot of our team right now, and let's just say, hand me a fizz stick. So the 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond is so exciting because it's not just a quick button or quick pill thing to make everything go away and rapid weight loss. And if it really is that easy, then everybody would be doing it. But this is truly like a refresh button for your body, and it's a lifestyle change. And you can take things from this and continue to use them. You can continue to do them throughout the months, throughout the years, and really make something work for you. So all we're simply doing is reducing the number of toxins we ingest and increasing the number of toxins we eliminate. So kick those toxins to the curb. And we're eating clean, consuming whole foods. I gotta throw a little silly in there, y'all. You haven't seen the envelope game yet, don't worry. We're avoiding allergenic foods. And again, we're using our products that are pure, safe, and beneficial. Some of the little nuts and bolts that get into the whole 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond are protein shakes. I've been using the protein shakes, which was the thing I was most willing to dip my toe into when I heard about supplements. So I was like, healthy? I don't know what you're talking about. But I started having protein shakes in February, and I've continued to have one a day. And I did do the whole 30 Days Healthy Living and Beyond in March, and cumulatively, I've lost over 15 pounds this year. I'm ready to keep going. So it's 20 grams of high-quality vegan pea protein. Dr. Oz actually did a special on pea protein, so clearly it's cool. The protein is really helping you to just maintain a healthy weight or lose weight. It's also helping to maintain that muscle mass. It's also a complete amino acid profile, so it's just fantastic for you. And then we also have the fiber boost. Many of us don't realize that we just need to increase the way we eliminate, and so that we aren't holding on to toxins and sugars. We want something that's going to come through and just bind to that and go ahead and see you later, sayonara. And half the time when we think we're eating salads all the time with that side of ranch, it's just not doing the job. So I'm a much happier person these days. All right, so now I'm going to pass it on over to my soul sister, Jessi. There you go, my dear. You giggles love galore.
Thank you.
I haven't used this thing, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I can't promise that I'm going to make it through this without being a blubbering idiot. But I can promise that this is going to be all from the heart. No memorized script or anything, so I hope I do it justice, and if nothing less than that, it'll be a really good testimonial for our mascara. So I'm just going to get it out in the open for those of you that don't know me well. But so I lost my mother-in-law last night after a very short battle with cancer, and I drove from New York today, 6 hours, just to be at this meeting to share with you guys, because it is that important to me. A lot of people may see this on the outside as that lipstick thing, or what I thought at the beginning was con artists trying to push things on people that they didn't need. And what I have found is that it is truly, truly life-changing. So it is an honor to be here tonight to share with you. Because of this business, I have been able to be up in New York with my family for the last 2 weeks, not having to report to a boss, not having to worry about going to a 9 to 5, not having to worry about anything. And you know what? People still went online, placed orders, and I'm still getting a paycheck. So that is the power of what this business can do, and I did not want to miss the opportunity to come down here and share my heart for what I believe is one of the best gifts that I was ever given. My name is Jessi Culyer, and I'm the Executive Area Manager with Arbonne International, and I've had my business now for 3 years. As Dina mentioned, 3 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom of 2 little kids, age 3 and not even 1 yet. And surprise, found out I was pregnant with number 3, and my husband was traveling all the time. We knew no one here. We had just moved to Richmond after 6 months. Thank you. I love you too, Ginger. We had just moved to Richmond after 6 months when I was introduced, and I thought, how in the world could I ever do this, and what is this, and would this even be worth my time? And after learning about what this industry is and what this company and what the heart and soul of our team is, from Dina Kretzer, I decided to jump all in, and I haven't looked back, and it's been one of the best decisions that I've ever made. So here we are. This business really is about choices, right? It's not about the paycheck, but it's about making a difference in people's lives, and sharing health in a world that so desperately needs it. So to all the guests, thank you for coming and hearing a little bit more. This may be for you. It may not be. It may be for someone that you know, and maybe you can help them, and that's great. And for the consultants, don't ever take for granted this gift that we have to give to people. Because my mother-in-law died of cancer, and what we teach is how to help people prevent cancer, how to rid your bodies of toxins. I'm not saying that we can cure cancer. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. But the studies show that what you eat and what you put on your skin affects your body. So, hopefully that's it. So, I get to talk about the fun stuff, which I love. This is the part that I love. Thank you, Rachel. You're an amazing friend to me, and I could have listened to you the whole time. I don't know why I'm even up here. Blabbering. So, this is all about the business models, right? So we have the traditional business model, your brick and mortar business. Prior to staying home with my kids, I got my MBA. I worked full-time in corporate for a huge Fortune 500 company based out of Chicago as their national sales rep for a new product division. And, I was trading my time for money, and I had to report to a boss I had to keep working to get a paycheck, right? And then I was faced with the fact that the company decided to axe their program. This was in 2008 because of the economy crash, and they said either you can stay here, we'll give you your old job back, which was calling on Home Depots and Lowe's, or we'll give you a severance. And I had just found out I was pregnant, so it was a blessing in disguise because I had wanted to stay home with my kids. So I took the severance, and the rest is history. I didn't have to pay my MBA back either. But that's the sort of things that we're facing, right? We're sort of at the mercy of companies. And so fast forward, I was really trying to figure out, you know, there's got to be something more. I can make a bigger difference, but I don't want to give up staying at home with my kids. So the traditional business has to do a lot with high risk, high investment. You have to worry about employees. So any of you that have employees, you know how much of a headache that can be. Payroll, all of that, overhead expenses, long hours. Your business owns you, so you know if I owned a brick and mortar, I wouldn't have been able to just close up shop for 2 weeks and go visit with my family, right? And there are not many employers out there who would be very lenient because I don't know when we're going to come back. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to go back up there to spend time with my family. So basically, the consumers have to pay for everything in between. So from the manufacturer to the consumer, you have the wholesaler, the warehouser, Halle Berry, Jessica Simpson, the retailers, all of that, those middlemen, they all need a piece of the pie, and the consumer has to pay higher price for that. Whereas in network marketing, if you're not familiar, which I wasn't, raise your hand if you thought this was a pyramid scheme before you learned more about it, right? So in fact, a pyramid scheme is illegal, and our industry is highly regulated by the Direct Selling Association, so you can look us up. We're highly rated. In corporate America, right, it looks sort of like this. So you have the CEO at the top, you have the middle managers here, and then you have the entry level at the bottom, and there's only room for one person at the top. What does this look like? It's legal, right? But you're still stuck in this. But with network marketing, it goes like this, right? And it starts with you at the bottom, and there's no limit on how high and how wide and how much you can grow and how many people you can help. There's no cap on your income either, which is pretty nice. So clients can order online, like I said. So you do the work once, you introduce it once to somebody, and they, just like on Amazon Prime account, they go online, they order it, and it ships straight to them. Arbonne corporate stocks the products, delivers the products, has the corporate office staff that they pay. All of that is taken care of. So for $79, we get to start a multi-million-dollar global business that we can take as far and as wide as we want to go, with none of the overhead or any of those employees or none of those headaches. What's nice also is that because our products are consumable, you have repeat orders. So it runs out and they have to reorder it, or they want to reorder it, they don't have to. But typically you have a lot of repeat clients, right? And then repeat orders means repeat income. You do the work once, you keep getting paid for it. So why Arbonne, why now? There was a study done by a Harvard professor that determined there were 4 key factors that determine whether or not it will be a successful network marketing business. And thankfully, we have all 4 of those. One of them is consumable products. Another one is ability to leverage your time, and also an internet-based business, which means that you can leverage your time, and there's really no end to that trend, right, as far as internet-based businesses are concerned. I don't know about you, but the only things that I go to a store to shop for are groceries at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or what have you, and maybe Costco for the big bulk items. But otherwise, I'm doing all my shopping online for everything else, even clothes. And then the demand for health and wellness, that's really not going anywhere, right? More and more people, gym memberships keep skyrocketing. Problem is that people think they can just go to the gym and run off the pizza and cookies and ice cream that they ate, but nobody is really paying attention to what kinds of foods that you have to eat in order to be healthy. And that's a beautiful thing about what we get to teach people to do. So, as far as the global opportunity is concerned, we are, how many countries are we in? 5 or 6 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now, because we just launched into New Zealand with Taiwan coming at the end of the year, which is pretty exciting. We're at the early stages of global expansion, which is a huge opportunity for us to share because everybody has skin and hair and everybody can benefit from what we have to offer. So, I mean, I have a consultant with a family member who lives in Australia. So I have people ordering products in Australia, and I didn't do that, right? So it's not really about who you know, but who they know, and they know, and they know, and how many people you can touch and help. So it starts with you, and then you build a team of amazing people, and then they share with their team, and it keeps going wider and wider. Now, I don't know about you, when I started my business, I didn't have time for a hobby because hobbies cost money, nor was I really interested in the money for money's sake, right? But I'm not going to I wanted it to be worth my time and worth the time of leaving my family for 8 nights a week to go build a business. And so the compensation plan, what? 8 nights a month.
You
What
just
did I
scared
say?
everyone. 8 nights a week.
Well, there are not 8 nights a week. So hopefully you figured that out. Give me grace, people. Okay, so we only have 4 levels of management in Arbonne. The first is district manager, and we show you how to get to that within the first or second month. We'll be recognizing a lot of those people this evening, which is super cool. And that's where you're making $200 to $1,000 on average a month for serious part-time hours. We're talking 10 to 15 hours on average a week, right? Then the next is area manager, which is the level that Rachel and I currently are at for a short time, right? And the average there is $1,000 to $3,500, and like Rachel said, you can will your business, and that is a legitimate thing. I went with my lawyer, Scott Golightly, and you know him too. And in my will, I have now willed my business to my family for 2 generations, which is super cool because my corporate job never offered anything like that to me, and I've never heard of that from anywhere else either. And we show you how to do that in 5 to 11 months. You were 5, I was 11. So. Then regional vice president. The average there is $3,500 to $16,000 a month, and that's where you get the white Mercedes. You get an allowance for a white Mercedes, which, you know, the car is awesome, but it really stands for the amount of people that you've been able to help and you've been able to serve. The only caveat is that it has to be white. And we show you how to do that in 12 to 24 months. And then the last level is national vice president. And that's where you're making an average of $22,000 a month or higher. There's no cap, and you get an even larger stipend for the white Mercedes, which is a nice benefit. And the other thing that I would mention on this slide too is the fact that we get an incredible tax write-off for being an owner of your own business. But we didn't have to do any of the high-risk, high-investment stuff to get there. So as independent consultants, we get the same tax breaks as a Fortune 500 company. So my husband and I, year after year, have gotten significant tax refunds because we've been able to write off the business, which is huge. So, where do you see yourself? And in Arbonne, we have 3 ways to join. You can host, which is super fun to be able to share health with other people. It's more educational and fun than anything else. Then we have the client or preferred client, where you get to shop at a discount at the preferred client, which is kind of like Amazon Prime, right? And then independent consultant, which is when you are starting your own business for $79 and building a team of awesome people that you actually get to choose who you work with. So, fears and hesitations. When I started, I know that I had some, and I think it's important to point out that everybody has them. It's not unique to you that you're the only one on the planet that feels the way that you do. There are some common ones that people have, like I don't have enough time. I mentioned that I definitely did not, because my husband was traveling all the time. We didn't have family here, no one to watch the kids, but we made it work. And I built my business in nap time for the first 2 years of my business. I don't have enough money. Well, guess what? Then you could really use this business because you make money right off the bat. It's not like you have to spend thousands of dollars to invest and then you don't break even for years and years, which I think it's 5 years to break even in a traditional business. You know, because you're not in bed. So that's that one. And then I don't know enough people. Like I said, when I moved here, I didn't know anybody. I had just moved here, and I was involved with mommy groups, which is how I met Dina, thankfully. But I didn't know anyone here. So you were not.
They're wondering how I was in the mommy club.
I know you were laughing. That's why I'm going back to it. Okay. So Dina was helping Carly, who is my sponsor, her daughter, at a mommy day, which was like a spa day, and I so desperately needed it, and that was the day that I met Dina. Fun story. She was not the mommy in the crew.
She was the grandma.
The D-free. Anyway, okay. So I didn't know anybody here, and I spent the first at least 6 months of my business building out of state, which is why I have a large team outside of Virginia. I've always said 75% of my team is outside of Virginia, but we are rapidly growing here. So it's just pretty cool that, you know, if there's a snowstorm here, there's not one in Seattle probably, you know, and business goes on. And guess what? Just because there is a snowstorm, people still have internet. What will people think? I think Rachel did a great job of talking about that fear. I would just say, if they're not paying your bills, then don't worry about what other people think. A lot of this business really has nothing to do with anything that you have to learn. We already have everything that we need to be successful at this business. It is all mental and mindset and believing in yourself. And that is a beautiful thing about the fact that we get to grow ourselves and become the best version of us. And what am I getting into? I hope by the end of this, you will feel the love that we all have for each other. I mean, these people, these women have been some of the most loving and caring and definitely a huge support system in my life for the last month and prior to all of this craziness that is happening. So I love you guys. I love you guys. So there were a couple questions that I was asked when I started this business that I think are very important for people to really think about. And the first one is, if you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? And instead of asking, what the other question, just throwing me off. If something happens to the main source of income in your household, how long would you be able to get by on what you have saved? And I would add another question to that based on what I've been going through. If something happens to somebody that you love, how long could you spend with them without having to worry about anything else? And that's invaluable. So instead of asking yourself, what if this, what if I fail? Instead think, what if it works? Because we really have nothing to lose. So thank you all for listening.
Thank you,
Wow.
Rachel and Jessi. And I had no idea you were driving back tomorrow that fast, that you drove from New York here and are turning around. We thank you. And now we have the next part of our meeting is where we get to recognize those who are in qualification for the next promotion, those who have promoted to the next level. And we have quite a few of those tonight. And we're going to begin with those who are in qualification for district manager. Okay. Yes. So first, Ariel Runia, sponsored by Amy Moore. Stay up here, and you know what? Whoever has a camera, I don't know where mine is. I was looking for it because I was afraid it was going to ring. Is that mine? Oh, that's just wonderful. Okay. And Julie Keenan in Maryland, sponsored by Jessi Culyer. She is not here tonight.
And Liza Watonis in New Hampshire, sponsored by Amber Lalicia. Yay, Liza! Maggie Hall, Virginia, sponsored by Ashley Walker. And Amanda Heffelfinger, Virginia. She's up in Blacksburg, sponsored by Jamie Stafford.
Let's take a picture of these two lovely ladies. And if you see us as we keep looking over here, it's because so many of our out-of-town consultants are watching live stream, so we keep congratulating. So congrats, Maggie and Ariel.
Can't wait to recognize both of you as new DMs next week.
And
Okay, and now we're going to recognize our newly promoted district managers. So new DMs, when we call you, just stay up, and then each of you, they're each going to share just a short little message with you guys. So first up, Miss Carrie Phillips, Virginia, who is tips when you promote in Arbonne. So there you go, Carrie. Congratulations. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. And then next up, Miss Denise Batista, sponsored by Rachel. And Rachel, why don't you come up so you can gift your DMs too? So this is congratulations. And then next up will be Dawn Myers, Virginia. She's obviously here, sponsored by Rachel Camfield.
I think everybody's doing that, isn't it?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
These did look pretty. But you know what? It's what's inside.
That's right. Thank you so much.
You stay up. And then last would be Miss Ashley Walker, Florida, sponsored by Rachel. Do you guys just want to say something quick to Ash since she's not here to be in the moment?
No, you first. Ashley, we're so darn proud of you. You promoted and went to qualification in the same month, and we were up till 1 o'clock at night on close night, and that is what it's all about. We dug deep and we made it happen. So proud of you.
This is Ashley's mom who sponsored Ashley. Yeah.
And I'm just going to start off by saying thank you to everybody for being here. And I recognize some faces, and I don't recognize some faces. I've seen some of you once or twice, but I feel like I've gotten to know everybody through the wonderful Facebook families that we have. And I'm just going to also say my why is started off really just wanting to support. I've known Rachel and her twin sister. They were best friends with my girls, gosh, since you guys were in 3rd grade. So I feel like I've known Rachel forever. So I really started off just wanting to support her in this business, and I don't know, maybe
My biggest customer.
Two.
What did everybody do? I'm going to do more than
I'm
that.
gonna tell okay. Whatever I'm on, I want 2 of everything. Who's the biggest customer you've ever had?
Preferred client.
That's right. Then I guess it's second party in, I was like, I'm doing this. I'm doing this, and I want to do it with my daughters, which is one of the main reasons I did it, and also just to be a part of something so wonderful. And it's so cool to see Rachel here, and Maggie, and Carter, and Rachel. And so there's some hometown faces here, and I just cannot be more proud to be a part of this. And I feel like, I mean, I don't even know you, but I feel like I know you and I love you. I just love everybody.
Jamie, thank you, Dawn. right into Denise. So Denise,
That's
why don't you
right.
share a little bit with us?
Yeah, so just a little about me. First, I just want to thank Rachel and Connolly so much for getting me here. I don't want to cry. So anyway, I'm currently a 4th grade teacher in Chesterfield County. I'm also, thank you. I have 4 daughters that are in my class. So I'm also a graduate student at the University of Virginia, and my fiance's in the back. We're getting married in December. So when Rachel signed on and presented the opportunity to me, I was like, there's no way, I'm way too busy, I'm getting married, I'm wedding planning, like, I'll get back to you after the wedding kind of thing. And then I just kept thinking it over a little bit, and I'm actually in one of Rachel's Positive Life Soul groups, and we've been working on, just saying yes to opportunities and listening to a little tug in your heart. Sorry, I cry a lot.
No.
I can't look at Ross here. And so, I just kept thinking it over, and I reached out to Rachel, and I just said, you know what, I'm in. And my personality, if you know me, I just go 110%, and I just dived right in, and here I am. And so, really, it's just the extra cushion, the money for our wedding. We're in the process of buying a house right now, so that extra money's just been amazing. And looking forward to the future, I have options, which Jessi talked a lot about. But if I want to teach, I can teach. I don't want to be stuck doing something that I don't want to do. So I can teach, and when I get my graduate degree, I can be a reading specialist. And if I don't want to do that, I can stay home with my future family and my kids and work my Arbonne business full time. So that's it.
Thank you, Denise. Carrie, you share.
So, I guess it was 3 years ago, I met Connolly, and she shared this kind of face care thing with me. And one of the things that kind of struck me as I was thinking, it's face care, it's skin stuff, it's glam, and I'm like, I'm a little prissy, but I'm not glam. So, and I actually had just started 18 months previously a massage business, and my massage business, or my goal was my vision was to introduce people to goods and services that were going to be beneficial for their lives. And I wasn't listening to what you were saying. But in the last couple of years, my husband had been laid off from work, and we were trying to figure out how do we replace that income. His age and situation was, what are we going to do? And I realized it was becoming, it was coming to me to need to do more for supporting my family. And I have 2 daughters, one who's almost 15 and one who just turned 8. And I wanted them to see what it was like to be a successful woman. And I look at that, and I told Connolly, I think my biggest why is to be a role model for my daughters and for all women out there and men, that it is possible to say yes to an opportunity, to work hard, which we all do every single day, and to be able to reap the benefits of it, knowing that I don't have to go into the office every day, but I'm able to help people every day. And so that has been a big thing for me. I signed up 2 months ago, and I think I might have surprised you, and I just kind of sent that 10 p.m. text message. I was like, can we do this? And here we are.
Let's do it. Oh, my code.
Can you squeeze in this? Here, read on it. Here we go. All right. Ready?
Thanks, Dad.
And you girls can sit, and now you can sit. So you feel and now we have Ashley Myers, Dawn's daughter, who just promoted from Florida, right, Jacksonville. That is not her, but this is.
Was Dottie partying?
Yeah, that was us at GTC. We have fun. She shared a short video just letting you know kind of where she is in Arbonne, her why, and that sort of thing. So.
My speakers are over there, so I'll have to just
That's okay. No worries.
Flower Ashley.
Yes.
come on, play.
Not a problem.
It was playing before.
Oh, beautiful Ashley. Speed up.
Yeah.
But I don't have sound.
Maybe we'll come.
No, it's not online, so that's why you just let me pull it off.
Or we can do the rest of the recognitions, and if you get it to make it sound, just pause it. How about that? Then that way you won't feel like you have all these people watching you. Oh, that's coming next.
You're
Don't
getting
look,
some
don't look.
sneak peeks
Okay.
here, girl.
All right. Well, Ginger, you know, keep playing.
There's no sound.
Okay, keep playing with that, and we're going to do the in qualification for area manager, the next level of promotion. Jamie Stafford, sponsored by Dreamy Jefferson. Jamie could
Jamie
not
cannot be here
come
tonight.
tonight. Yeah. Dawn Myers.
Come on, Dawn. Sponsored by Rachel Camfield. Dawn has been in Arbonne for 1 month. She's like, I don't even know what's happening, but this is awesome. Yeah, sorry.
And
Stay up.
And
Okay,
stay
say
up,
more.
and Anna Nice, sponsored by me. Miss Anna.
Sorry, babe. And then, can you just grab one shot of
There
these two
you
ladies?
are.
Yeah.
There. Congrats, Anna and Dawn.
So
Good picture. Congrats, Anna. Congrats, Dawn. That's awesome. And now, Rachel, you only got to sit down for like a half second because drum
we
roll.
have a new area manager, Miss Rachel Congratulations. So I just want to now talk about you. So you're going to have a lot of things to hold, so we're just going to keep small. Yes, because this is yours too. But you heard Rachel's story because she shared her why, but you have a heart of gold. And I want you to know that you inspire me, you inspire our entire team. Her team's name is the Inspired Desires Tribe. She had this name for her team when you had maybe not even one team member. And that's how it started. And it has just grown over the past, I think, 4 months, we counted. And it's just been so incredible to watch you blossom and bloom. And I know when you're doing Arbonne, you're happy, you're excited, and I just love seeing that from you. So much to offer. I can't wait to keep going to the top together. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness. Did we
Take
do
her
not
class.
to share?
It's totally up.
I would love to share because this is. Sorry, surprised. I didn't write this one, but this isn't something that I've done by myself. This is something that has been done by a team of people and souls and sisters and friends and dreamers who maybe said no to me first. In fact, I think every single person here said no to me first. And that's okay because it takes time. And how on earth can someone see what's in a room when it's pitch black? The only way that they can see is for us to line it up. And so I just thank you for giving me many chances to invite you to this, and then those when you just were like, I'm in and I'm doing it, I was like, really? Like, you want to do this with me? So this is, in my mind, just, this is a team. This is not me, and it's an honor to lead you. It's an honor to inspire you, and please know that you're inspiring me more than anything, and I love you.
Oh, did you get a rose?
Yes.
Oh, no,
You did
no,
get a
we're not
rose.
done. Not done.
Trying to get my rose.
And your rose. Okay.
Can I get a pic?
Go ahead. Oh, yes, please.
Only my favorite sponsor.
Favorite?
There you go.
Okay. Ginger, our amazing IT specialist, literally, that is what she does.
Do you have it? It's working. See, we needed to get everybody out watching. And that happens. Wait.
The sound still.
Oh. You can see how pretty
Oh.
Ashley is.
The sound still.
All right. Okay,
So
we'll
close.
keep going and see if it happens. We always want to recognize
Even if
this.
the sound in the thing, because everything is, the volume is up on everything, so you may not have sound.
Oh, okay.
Not that high.
Well, we
We'll
know
do
it.
next
We'll play
month.
with it
We'll
and
play
see
it.
if we can get one for her next month. Also want to recognize two who are halfway to the qualification for regional vice president, and that is Executive Area Manager Jessi Culyer and Area Manager Rachel Camfield. So focus this lesson for a second, because the first time that you're in that you're halfway, you get an extra little gift. So Jessi already got this from me a little while back.
And now, Rachel, you get yours. It's a Mercedes-Benz keychain. Put it on your key ring, girl, because it's happening. Okay. Like I haven't turned the camera yet.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
If you notice, we like to recognize a little bit in here. Our retired president always said, people work harder for praises than raises. And you know what? I have seen that over my 10 years in Arbonne, that's something that people say repeatedly. No one ever noticed what I did. I never got a flower. I never got this. I never got a pat on the back that just says, I noticed. So if this seems like this part is going on, you know what? We like to notice, and we really do like to recognize you for what you've accomplished. And so the next that we recognize for is District Manager Bonus. District Manager, if you recall, was the first promotion, and if you have double what it takes to maintain that, I hear sound, Ginger, which is $5,000 in your district, not $5,000 that you ran around and did by yourself, but $5,000 in your district, and sponsored 5 new preferred clients or consultants, mix or match, who had orders of $150 or more, which most people do. Then you have a DM bonus of $200 in your paycheck, and we recognize you up here, and either Connolly or I give you a little Starbucks card. So your big prize is the $200, but it's always fun to get that Starbucks card. So those who got their DM bonus this month are...
Okay, we have, so come on up, girls. Jeanette Stoneman, Ginger Rucker, Rachel Camfield, and then Amber Lillystrom. And I'll just say a quick note about Amber. Amber is in New Hampshire. Your card will be in the mail, Amber. No worries. But also, this is Amber's first month as a district manager. And Dina and I offer our new DMs an additional $100 bonus if they earn their DM bonus in their first month. So I'm mailing you a check for $100, girl. And you also get an additional $200 from Arbonne for earning it right at the start as a new DM too. So that's a $500 bonus. In addition to all the, you know, I mean, your paycheck's going to be surely much more than that just for the volume that you did. So good job.
And then
Amber.
Congrats, Amber. That is awesome. We love to write those extra checks. And that makes you earn, if you add all that up, a $500 bonus in your first month if you do that. So the rest of the district manager bonuses for May are Anna Nice, Amber Fry, this time, and love you two sisters building it together. Amy Muir. You're not tired of walking out here, are you?
No, I've been going through a lot of Starbucks.
Through a lot. Squish in there.
Squeeze in, lady. One pick. All right, you ready? I'll do another one. All right. Thank you.
Congrats. That is awesome. Remember when it would just be the same one or two who got their district manager bonuses, and that's just awesome to see you all growing your business. And then for area manager bonus, which is having double what is required for area and having the 10 new preferred clients or consultants, always recognize Connolly. That's a bigger bonus in the Arbonne paycheck, but another Starbucks drive-through. And then the next is Perfect Brick. Are we there?
Yep, we are.
All right. This is our last recognition, and it's for those who earned what we call our Perfect Brick during the month. And that is that you personally sponsored 5 new preferred clients or consultants, any combination, and had $2,500 coming from that. And why that's important, Arbonne doesn't recognize that, except for, of course, you're getting a paycheck for having that. But as far as Perfect Brick, you don't see that on the Arbonne website. But it's something we believe in, because this is not at all a get-rich-quick scheme. There's not an intelligent person in this room who would be in here tonight if that's what it was presented as. I would never say yes to that. But it is a stable building. You're building a stable residual income steadily and in a healthy way. And that's laying that perfect brick each month of having that $2,500 that's coming from 5 new preferred clients or consultants. Because what do those 5 new do? They reorder, they refer, they share this business with others, they share the products with others. So your business really grows if you are doing that each month. So we do recognize the perfect brick in here with a very complicated little system, and it's that, you know, what we didn't give those pearl bracelets. We'll do that. But you've got the pearl bracelets when you promote to district, and then you earn a charm when you have your perfect brick. See, when I'm reading, and that's great because these letters are bigger than what I wrote on those. So those who earned it this month are Elka Brown. Ariel Runia. Give my Runya, sorry. Runya. Amber Fry. Denise Batista. Maggie Hall. Jeanette Stoneman. Ginger Rucker. And Dawn Myers. Great job. I remember, you know, being told early on, y'all heard me probably say this, consultants that have been around, that I was given great advice by Dr. Lynn Puana, who is our executive national vice president, who said, you know, you didn't, I remember her being on a training call, and back then they weren't Zoom calls like we do today where we see everybody, and I had to, you know, like actually go brush my hair and put on lipstick before the training call last night. We used to be able to just be on the phone and nobody could see. So she's speaking into the darkness from Hawaii and saying something like, your team this and your team that, and I thought, well, I don't have a team, not just me, it's just this team of one. And some of you may be in that boat tonight as a consultant. And it's like she could hear my thoughts across the, you know, 3,000 miles or something, and said, if you do not have a team, then you work your business in such a way that you can say to anyone, do exactly what I'm doing, and you'll succeed. And I thought, I can do that. I can do that. And that's why we reward that perfect brick, because that is really working your business in a way that you could say to others, do exactly what I'm doing, and you'll succeed. So great job. And
so we just missed one little thing. So when you promote to district man, and it's in bold and highlighted, and I still missed it. We got too excited. When you promote to district manager, you receive your pearl bracelet, and then from your RVP, and then you saw we were just passing those charms for brick. Those go on the bracelet, and then the sponsor of the new district manager, so the person who promoted the new DM, you guys also get a charm to add. So these are for our new DMs.
all right, Carrie.
And Dawn. And Denise.
And Ashley, right?
Yes.
I'm going to trust you.
I got it. And this is to Rachel for promoting Denise and for promoting Ashley. And this note for promoting Dawn. And this is to Dawn for promoting Ashley.
Okay, actually talk through this so we don't miss a thing, and we still did it. I'm just going to take a quick minute to explain Arbonne's awesome incentive to new consultants, because like when Jessi went over those common fears at the end, one that people always say is, well, I don't, or hesitations really, is I don't have enough money, how can I start this? And they don't even know, they just assume that like many other companies, it takes a lot of money to begin. It's $79 to register as a consultant, and then Arbonne back in 2009, 2012, somewhere in there, not when I started, because I didn't get to earn this that I'm getting ready to explain, started this Strong Start incentive that really rewards not those who are able to place a huge startup order, it rewards those who get to work and work their business in a way that others can copy. And so there's a great reward for, there are a couple of them are great, there's a tote bag and there's a necklace, but the big prizes in it are a free RE9 set, our anti-aging set, which retails at over $300, and a $700 product voucher for you to choose anything that you want. You can build up your makeup collection, you can just Arbonnize your whole house, you can get another RE9 set, whatever it is that you need to do your business, you can really do some damage. That's over $1,000 of products. And what you do is promote to district in 2 of your first 3 months, and you earn all that. The tote bag, the necklace, I think people would work for those 2 things, as awesome as they are. The big prizes are the free RE9 set, which people do work for, and that $700 product voucher. And you've made so many trips up to the front. I'm just going to ask you to stand because we want to recognize a consultant who just, what we say, graduated from Strong Start and just earned all those awesome prizes. Denise, stand up. them before they're at the meeting. I mean, they are on there. Have you seen it in your account?
Just waiting for it to drop.
Oh, okay, all right. So
I know,
it,
it's not moving.
it is coming. It's really fun to help people shop for that. So next, y'all are in for such a treat. My, I'd say good friend, but good friend who I would never have met apart from Arbonne is Heidi Thompson, and she is going to make her way up here, and that quick picture you saw is part of her presentation, because Heidi is going to share with you the 30-day clean eating program, and she is one to speak to it because she, I don't know, want to tell your story, but she practices it and has done it and has awesome testimony. We are looking forward to hearing that.
Thank you, Dina. So every month I come to these meetings and I think that was the best meeting ever, and the same is true this month. Every month it just seems like it gets better and better and better. I'm really happy to be here tonight. So my name is Heidi Thompson. I'm a district manager and independent consultant with Arbonne, and as Dina was sharing, our 30 Days to Healthy Living program is without question one of my favorite things that we have to offer people. A little bit about me. I was in nonprofit marketing and fundraising for 10 years, and then 6 years ago I started staying home with my kids, and I'm a mom, so I'm a stay-at-home mom to 2 wild little boys, and I am very grateful for this opportunity that I have to stay home with my kids. It's what I want to be doing, and I'm happy to be doing it, but I also always enjoyed working outside the home. I enjoyed working in a professional environment, and just to be realistic, there are only so many conversations you can have about garbage trucks, Legos, or Minecraft before your mind is like, I can't take it anymore. But I definitely did. So I knew I was looking for something else, but I didn't know exactly what it was going to be, and I definitely did not see network marketing as something that's something else for me. And then my good friend and neighbor Laura introduced me to Arbonne, and I still did not see network marketing as something that was a viable option for me. But I loved all the products Laura introduced me to. And then I went to a skincare presentation that she had at her house, where I also got to meet Dina. And then I went to a healthy living presentation where I got to meet Amy and Anne for the first time, which was also wonderful. Just so I was meeting people, I was enjoying products, and just kind of the picture was getting bigger and bigger. And then I did the program for the first time, and that was where things really shifted a lot for me, because I just had such a wonderful experience doing it. And I had the opportunity to meet people, and I just kind of realized that Arbonne is about so much more than offering products. It's all the things that Rachel and Jessi touched on, where it's the income opportunity. And for me, it was also this ability to tap into this professional and personal development and growth opportunity, which is something that was missing from my life, and that I was really excited to have the opportunity to pursue. And so I started my Arbonne business a little less than a year ago, and I've just been having a great time ever since. Where I was with my personal health is Ginger, did you have a, oh, okay, thanks. I was going to do the strip, yeah, but that's me before and after the 30 Days to Healthy Living program. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this picture and kind of how tricky it was for me to decide to share these pictures on social media a month ago. But where I was with my personal health and wellness the first time I started the program was I already had a pretty good understanding of what it meant to eat healthily. My family ate a lot of organic foods, very little highly processed foods. We were ingredient readers for sure. But I really, really struggled with consistency. And then after my second son was born, I'm sure all parents can relate to this, but we had struggles with time. We had serious struggles with sleep and low energy. And I kind of felt like I was a little bit out of control in my life, and definitely in my health. And I had also started to struggle with my weight after my second son was born. But I was looking for something that was simple, healthful, and most important, maintainable. And that's what our 30 Days to Healthy Living program has to offer to everyone that does it. This is not a rapid weight loss program. It's not a crash diet. And in fact, many people who do this don't even need to lose weight. They are doing it because they want to feel healthier, they want to learn and have a more clear understanding of how the foods that they eat impact their overall health. You may have health concerns with inflammation, blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol levels, or digestive problems, and this program can help reset your body and your metabolism and get you moving toward better overall health. The 30 Days to Healthy Living program combines eating healthy whole foods with using some of our best vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO nutrition products. Plus, one of the best things to me is step-by-step guidance and education through a private Facebook group. And that's a wonderful resource that everybody can tap into. Any question you have along the way, you can get answers from experienced consultants. And everything is geared toward helping you start to become your healthiest self. There are grocery lists, meal planning, recipes. It's just, everything is simple. It's not complicated. It's not confusing. It's easy. So I'm going to briefly run through the products that are included in the Arbonne Nutrition Special Value Package, and that's what's pictured up here. And the package is priced at 40% off retail prices. And the way to access that special package pricing is to become a preferred client with Arbonne. And that also comes with a lot of other great benefits, like a 20% off discount of all your purchases for a year, a free welcome gift product, and free shipping and rewards on qualifying purchases. It's a great deal, and the only way to get a better deal than becoming a preferred client is to become a consultant yourself. So the foundation of our program is our vanilla and chocolate protein shakes, which Rachel touched on earlier. They are delicious. I have one every day, whether or not I'm doing the 30-day program. And we do 1 to 2 meal replacements a day with the shakes, and they each have 20 grams of vegan protein and 20 essential vitamins and minerals. Our daily fiber boost, which is the third product pictured, 1 scoop equals half of your recommended daily fiber intake. And lots of people add them to the shakes, but you can add them to anything. It's temperature stable, and so you can add them to soups, sauces, to baked goods, anywhere that you want, anything you're eating that you want to boost the fiber, you can add some fiber boost to that. The 2 products one on top of each other are the Fizz Sticks, which you add to water, and they are great energy products. I think that Fizz Sticks are many people's favorite Arbonne products. And they provide a really great calm energy. You're not going to have the peaks and valleys that you have from coffee and sugary energy drinks. And they also have a big boost of, or a big dose of B vitamin, which helps with your mood and everything. They also have no refined sugar or artificial sweeteners, so they are an excellent replacement. If you have an afternoon Diet Coke habit or an afternoon coffee habit, your Fizz Sticks are the way to go. You get some vitamins, you get some natural caffeine, and just you feel really good. The next one is our Digestion Plus, and that has actually become one of my very favorite products. It's a prebiotic and a probiotic, and it's designed to support a healthy digestive system. You've probably been hearing all the news stories and science reports that are continually coming out where we hear about how much of our health starts right in our gut. 80% of our immune system starts in our stomach and intestines. Nearly all skin conditions start in the gut. And 80% of serotonin, which is responsible for our mood, appetite, sleep, memory, and more, is all in our digestive tract. So Digestion Plus helps to keep your digestive tract, stumbling a little bit, as healthy as possible. And that's one of my favorites. That's another one with the shakes that I do every day. The detox tea is pictured next. You get 2 boxes of the detox. Thank you, Ginger. You get 2 boxes of the detox tea in the package, and it's great. It has 9 key botanicals that support the kidneys, the liver, and the blood to help our bodies effectively clean themselves out. And it has a really nice, light fragrance and flavor. I don't know if you've tried any other detox teas, but there's one detox tea that I tried, and my older son came down the stairs one morning when I was brewing, and he's like, "Mommy, what is that smell?" It was so pungent. And our tea is fantastic. You can drink it hot or cold, however you like it. And finally is the 7-day body cleanse. And we do this in the 3rd week of the program, once we are already 2 weeks into our clean and healthy eating. And a lot of times people get nervous about this product, they think, but you keep eating the whole time. You don't all of a sudden go on a liquid diet. You just add this in, and it just effectively helps clean you out by giving an herbal boost with a superfood antioxidant blend into your diet and adding some extra liquids. The last item is the support guide, and that comes with the package, and it goes into more detail for you about the products and how to use them, and it gives you things to think about and tools to help you track your experience day to day through the program. So for me, going through the first 30 days was a really important life experience for me. I gained a deep understanding of how my body and brain can work together to be as healthy as possible. And I began losing the weight that I mentioned that I had stubbornly been holding on to since my second son was born. And more importantly, I learned that healthy eating and living, which can seem very complex and hard to maintain in our society now, can actually be very simple and doable, even with all of our hectic lifestyles that we have the demands that we are all facing. So after the first 30 days, I decided to stay committed at basically an 80-20 ratio, where 80% of my meals and 80% of my days I was committed to the program. And then I did the complete program 100% 3 more times. And over the course of a year, in addition to gaining the knowledge that I just mentioned as being so important, I lost 30 pounds. And these are the before and after photos that you've already seen twice.
to share that I shared these for the first time on social media about a month ago. And it was really hard for me to share these pictures for two reasons. The first reason is that I knew I would be opening, these are personal pictures for me, you know, and I knew I would be opening myself up to other people's scrutiny and judgment. In my mind, I was thinking, I'm going to go to the pool and everybody's going to be looking at me, you know. But I decided to do it. And the second reason I was hesitant is because it is really important to me not to minimize this program and make it seem like it's just all about weight loss, because it's so much more than that. I have friends who have lowered their cholesterol, who were pre-diabetic and now no longer are, who have significantly lessened pain from arthritis and other inflammation issues and diseases, who have had digestive pain disappear, and who are sleeping better and have more energy than they've had in years. And yes, if you have weight to lose, this program will help your body release that weight, but it's not just about the pounds and the pant size. It's a lot more for your body and your mind. And so I know the visuals are powerful, and even though I had those reservations, what I've said from the beginning is my main goal with Arbonne is to help people feel stronger, healthier, more confident, and more beautiful inside and out. And I knew that sharing these pictures would probably help people see what would be possible for them too. So thank you. Yeah, and Ariel has some images to share too.
And Heidi, thank you so much. It's Heidi's birthday today. And she's Go, Ariel. I was with Ariel at a skincare workshop, a couple of years ago, and she shared these pictures, and I asked, please ask your husband if you could project them. So
Do you want the 3-week or the 4-week?
either one, they're both good.
Okay, well you can post the first one first. I'm not gonna talk so much. This is my husband. Don't be jealous, ladies. I know it's a hot mess. But so we've been married for like 16 years. We have 3 kids, and so as I had babies and ate, my husband ate, but he didn't have his baby. So we ended up with this. So he's not a dieter. He is not an exerciser. He wants nothing to do with health and fitness. Like, that's just not him. I went to the gym, and he was like, jumbo size me. Okay, we're complete opposites. So I wanted him to do this. I said, I think this could really help me out. Let me just see how you do, because I want to have before and afters. I think it will help me, as I'm starting my business. So this was him 3 weeks in. So he wasn't even done here. And so he lost, in the end, you can go ahead and show the last one. In the end, he ended up losing 20 pounds. He lost inches on his man boobs. And it's actually staying off because he didn't do a crash diet. So he's still making good choices. He still has a shake or 2 a day whenever he wants it, especially after he plays soccer. And he did it without, this is important, he did not exercise. It did not come off with anything other than just doing the thing he did. So it works.
Thank you, Ariel and Heidi, for sharing that. I don't know if I told you, but I went home just telling my husband about this that night, and he has gotten further and further away from our last time we did it. So thanks, Ariel, because no, we're doing it in our house right now, so I'm doing it along with my husband, because that's the only way he'll do it. And then when he sent the pictures, he's now seen them, so now he's got his visual goal to work towards. So I tell you, we always say if someone begins the clean eating, it's not just that one person's life who is affected, but it's their families, because it may not be that the children are making a conscious choice, but when that's what's served, that's what they get used to. So thank you so much, both you and Heidi. Thank you. Awesome presentation. And next, can I just grab Amy and Ariel? Can y'all grab these raffles and just do this for us, because you all have, I've got 2 girls in long dresses, and I'm going to have y'all run around. Okay. All right. For the raffles, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how about if one of you runs them and one of you calls the numbers? So, and I'll get myself off the TV screen before I fall.
Does it matter?
All right. I'm just shuffling. Let me just shuffle. Carly's not here. I'm being fair, Carly. Being fair. Anybody else?
drawing?
You're the drawing. And I'll be
You know what? I'm just gonna dump it here, and I'm gonna pick one. Okay, first one is 930356.
Well, there you go. This is the best job ever.
Thank you for managing. I did that.
Thank you.
930352.
Right here.
And for you.
All kinds of kids today. Thank you.
Alright, last three are 385.
Oh.
Do you know what your number is?
Oh, in the back.
Okay, next one, last three are 396. Yeah, back in the back. Congratulations. Right in the back. Alright, last three are 388. Alright, last one is 383. Alright, we're done.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. I was just so excited about the raffles and people winning. Yes. We're winners in Arbonne. We like it when you win. Okay. I'm going to close this out, you guys. So I mean, it's true, Heidi. This was like the best meeting yet. It just keeps getting better. So again, I'm Connolly Stewart, Regional Vice President with Arbonne. And you know, there's a quote I want to start with by John Maxwell that Dina has shared, so some of you may have heard it. You can play now and pay later, or pay now and play later, but either way you pay. So I just want you to kind of wrap your mind around that. I'm going to read it one more time. You can play now and pay later, or pay now and play later, but either way you play, you pay. We play in Arbonne. So that quote is so meaningful to me because when I first started my business, you guys, I was newly married in my first few years of teaching, and I already felt like I was paying so much with my time, with my energy, and I didn't see any way of how we would be, you know, playing in our future, meaning living out my dreams, living out the dreams of my husband and I, what we wanted. Like, that wasn't even on my radar because I was just thinking, like, this is just like kind of the grind. This is what I want to do, but it's not quite what I envisioned it to be like, and it just felt sticky because I didn't know how to fix it. And so quickly when I saw this business opportunity, just in the same way that you guys are hearing it tonight, when I heard it in this way, I was sitting at a meeting, I realized, oh my gosh, in Arbonne, I can pay now, which it doesn't feel like I'm paying anything because we have so much darn fun, but I can pay now, meaning I can devote 10 to 15 hours to build a residual steady stream of income, and we can play in our future, meaning I can be at home with my future children. Again, I was newly married, didn't have those kids yet, didn't really know exactly what it would look like, but I know what I didn't want it to look like, which was coming home feeling stressed out from what I had just dealt with. I hate to say it that way, but you know what I mean. I mean, sometimes I'm stressed out with my own too. I mean, I had 25, so you get it. So I quickly realized this is the route to go, you know. And once, you know, and I jumped in with both feet. And once I had my oldest son, I was able to stay home with him, and I was quickly able to realize that I am okay with sacrificing just a few nights a week, 2, not 8, Jessi, 2 nights a week, you know, that's the paying part, sacrificing those 2 nights a week to have unlimited time with now my 2 boys, ages 2.5 and almost 5 on the 22nd, my oldest. You know, I am okay with sacrificing this now because when they really, really, really need mom at home, which are maybe those high school years or, you know, beyond, or, you know, maybe those baseball games that they're playing when they're a little bit older, I'm going to be able to do that. Like, I'm going to be able to make that choice should I want. And that thought has never left my mind when deciding to build my business. So I just want you to think, whether consultant or guest, what is it now that maybe you're hesitant about? A lot of times it's time, or I don't want to give this up, or do I have to do this? And it's like, that is so minimal of what you're paying to, you're paying for in relation to the big benefit that you have. So it really kind of goes down to backs up to your vision. And so in Arbonne, one of the things we quickly are going to teach and train you on is like, grow your vision. I came into Arbonne with a vision that looked about like this. Like, I did not even understand what vision meant, but thank goodness for my mentors and leaders, because I get it now. I get it that my life and the lives of all of those on our team and those who aren't even on our team yet, maybe those of you who are here tonight who will be joining our team, we can build vision. And what that means is we can know and we can believe what we're going to have even when we can't see it. So that's really what vision is. And when you're then able to share that with someone else, I know for your life you can do this, 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 and this, and you can't see it yet. When you get there, like, you're really living the dream in Arbonne. It doesn't feel like you're paying for a darn thing, because you're, like I said, it's fun and it's passion, and never now do I feel like I'm sacrificing a thing. So just think about that when you do begin to have hesitations and fears, or when you've started your business and things look a little bit different than you expected. Like, where's your vision? What's your why? After my first meeting, when I decided to join Arbonne 6 years ago, I decided right then and there that I had hope. Like, I knew, I didn't decide, I felt it. It was a feeling. So I had the feeling of hope, and I decided I'm doing this because I want to continue to feel this way the rest of my life. And we do, right? Because we're hope dealers. And so we get to share that hope with so many others. So what if, instead of thinking like, I want to just play now and have all this fun, and on the other end, you're still going to have to pay, like, it's just down the road. Maybe you're like, oh my gosh, we now have 3 kids, and how are we paying for college, because of the choices we made X, Y, and Z years ago. So what if, instead of having the mentality of this can't work, what if you just spent 10 to 15 hours a week following a system and growing a successful business that paid you for years to come? What if you chose to sacrifice now, knowing that down the road you would have unlimited choices and time freedom, especially for those circumstances that you maybe can't predict now, but that will happen in your life? Is it worth it? Absolutely, but it comes down to your why. What's your dream? If you don't know what your dream is, that sounds so lofty to someone like me, who was very realistic thinking. When someone would say, what's your dream, what's your vision? I'm like, I have 20/20 vision. God, can I say, I don't know, like, did I have a dream last night? So you gotta, if that sounds like, you're being a little out there, it's okay, because this is fun. It's really, really fun to learn how to dream and to grow your dream and vision. And so I love the quote that I read, because it simply and truly just focuses on vision rather than what's in the here and now. And so I think so often we're tempted to focus on what's happening now in our lives, what's in the moment. We're conditioned that way a lot too, because of the society that we live in. Our kids are going to be even more conditioned that way, unfortunately, but we can help them with that. So we don't, it's not about just focusing on what's on the here and now. It's focusing on like what can be. It's having a belief, and I can tell you, like new area manager Rachel, I can tell you the reason this team happened and you guys are going region qual this month is because of a belief. So belief precedes the actual action that's going to happen. So just believe, and if you are struggling to believe and that doesn't come, it's not innate to you, then know that you are going to be in a business with a team and leadership that has mastered that, and it's our pleasure to teach you how to do it. So just don't sell yourself short by not envisioning and believing in the possibilities of what can happen. So always think on the what if. I mean, we're really positive here, if you guys haven't noticed. And so we've literally just trained our minds to always think, but what if? It's like, but this, and this might happen, but what if this happens? And so just constantly train your mind to think that way, and you can do Arbonne. So if there's any, I'm going to go back to the tug. I always talk about the tug. If there's any tug telling you, I feel like I should do this, something about this feels right, I'm kind of scared, but just something feels right. If you feel the tug, follow it. You will not regret it. You won't regret it. So thank you guys. We can't wait to see you back. Quick announcement, July meeting will not be the first Tuesday of July because that's right after the holiday. So it will be the second
Which is the
Tuesday,
12th.
which is July 12th.
Right here. Thank you. That was awesome. I thought I'd love to listen to you lead. And I know that sometimes when you're here as a guest or even a brand new consultant and think, but where are those people going to come from that would be part of my organization? Maybe you're thinking, I don't know anyone who would do this. And I can remember my very first meeting that I did as an area manager at the kitchen table of my first 3 consultants. And I didn't have an upline here, so I didn't have an in-town meeting to bring them to, but I watched one live stream, to all of you watching it live stream, and I thought, I see what they do. They gave the opportunity, they recognized the new district managers, and they closed with an inspirational message. And I thought, oh my goodness, there's no one else here that's going to do that, is there? I will need to do this. And I have not missed a monthly meeting since that 10 years ago, and there's not a single person in this room who I knew when I started my business. And so I just want to encourage all of you, don't limit to think, who do you know now? Who I knew to meet this wonderful dear friend, Connolly, was that her best friend from college had gone to high school with my oldest daughter, and I sponsored her. And she, someone that looks like you, led me, did you not see that hair up there? That is the one who introduced me to Connolly. So it just keeps going, and I would not have met Rachel, and I could say that with every single person in here, but we're going to end on time. So I just want you to know, it's when we say all the time, when the why is big enough, the how will come, and we can help you with all of the how. As long as those who succeed in this business are not the ones who know the most people or can do the presentation the way Jessi and Rachel so awesomely presented it. That's not necessary to build a business, just having a clear why and being willing to pay now so you can play later. So thank you, Culyer. It was an awesome closing message. And we are still in qualification for Nation, folks, so we have another chance to work with us for July. So thank you all